Now, talking about the filibuster, Tom, do you think we will get? I mean, we've seen some push from a lot of progressives and as well as some moderate Democratic members of the Senate to say, hey, listen, we want filibuster reform. We want it right now. And we know on Monday will be sort of the decision day for this, or D-Day, on whether or not we get filibuster reform. Do you think we'll get it?
Well, I think we're going to get something called filibuster reform. I can guarantee that. I am so hopeful that Jeff Merkley's and Tom Udall's talking filibuster is carried out. I was at a meeting that Harry Reid was with Harry Reid, and it was a fairly small meeting in Las Vegas a couple of months ago, and it wasn't off the record, but it was not recorded or recordable. But basically what he said was that he was going to, what he said was that he's been, as of the end of the year, he will have been Senate Majority Leader the same number of years as Lyndon Johnson was. And during that period of time, Lyndon Johnson only had to deal with one filibuster, and he's had, at that point in time, he had to deal with 374, as I recall, or 274. And it's just plain old flat out crazy. And he said, we are going to do something about this. Now the question is, is he going to be stabbed in the back by his Democratic colleagues? Because that's what'll take it down. If there are some Democrats who are hopping on board this John McCain train to make sure that the Republicans can still tie up the Senate, and they're doing it, I think, arguably for the best of intentions. They're worried that they're going to lose the Senate in 2 years, and they want to be able to filibuster themselves. I mean, not filibuster themselves. You know what I mean? They want themselves to be able to filibuster, or at least that's the story that for public consumption. It may be that they're in the pocket of big corporations that find the filibuster really useful, because the filibuster's mostly been used to stop legislation that would hold corporations accountable. That's the more cynical view on it. It's probably the more accurate one. But
well, I think you're right. I think what we've seen the use of filibuster has done two things. It's to stop meaningful regulation from happening, and beyond that, it's also used to stop a lot of good judges that need to go to the courts. Because these folks, they believe as though that you can't. You have to be pro-life. It's not necessarily a let my judicial record speak for itself. It's you have to pass all these various litmus tests for you to be even considered to be to serve on the courts. And to some extent, and I think the problem with the filibuster is what Lindsey Graham has shown. Like we said, like we started off talking about at the top of the interview, he's willing to put a hold on anybody. Nothing to do with Benghazi. I mean, John Brennan has nothing to do with Benghazi. Neither does Chuck Hagel. Neither, for that matter, does John Kerry. But he's going to put a hold on all of them to prove a point, basically to stall the government and stall the progress.
Don't you think that's going to backfire on him? Don't you think that kind of rhetoric
I think
stimulates a call for filibuster reform?
Oh, I think it's totally going to backfire, both on him and John McCain. I think they both look silly. And we've seen them look silly, when they did the press conference asking for more information when there was a meeting going on with more information. So I think that's one. And I think beyond that point, they look crazy because everybody's like, we've moved on. I mean, the American attention span is only about 8 minutes. So Americans are totally over Benghazi. They're on guns right now. Tomorrow they'll be on something else. But they're like, didn't we deal with this Benghazi issue already? So I think the American people are not even at the same place where Lindsey Graham and John McCain are. I think John McCain and Lindsey, they're trying to just find attention because nobody else cares about them and nobody pays attention to them anymore. That's my personal opinion.
Yeah, I agree, and it's a kind of a tragic commentary on our politics that we do have this 5-minute attention span, because so many things have happened that cumulatively, I mean, you make the list of all the pieces of good legislation that got out of the House when Nancy Pelosi was running and then died in the Senate. I mean, just that list, if it was repeated, often enough that the average American had some sense of it, would be enough to create a groundswell.